Let's take a look at our unit on understanding mixed numbers and improper fractions. In this unit, students are going to learn that fractions can show more than one. They begin with the first week working with mixed numbers. They learn that fractions greater than or equal to 1 can be written as a mixed number, it can be compared, and those numbers can be placed on a number line. They begin by building a fraction model, in this case 1 3/4. Students divide the model into equal parts. They shade enough parts to show 1 3/4. They have experience working with multiple models, dividing them into equal parts and shading enough parts that represent the given number. After they've had some experience working with models for numbers that are given, they then are given a model and they write the fraction number, the mixed number in this case. They create two models and they compare them using signs, greater than or less than. They create models, they write the fraction number for the same models, and they compare those models using bins, first with the words less than and greater than, and then with the symbols less than, greater than, or equal to. And finally, at the end of the first week, they are placing mixed numbers on a number line. In the second week, students start working on improper fractions. Again, they're learning that fractions that are greater than or equal to 1 whole can be written as an improper fraction. Those fractions can be compared and they can be placed on a number line. They begin again. They're given a fraction number, 8/3, and they create the model. After experience creating models, they're given the model and they write the fraction number. Then we start moving into estimating and equivalence. Students are writing numbers that are equal to 1 whole, 2 wholes, and they're estimating if they're close to 1 whole, close to 2 wholes, or close to 3 wholes. And they do that with the compare bins. Again, we begin with labels and add symbols and eventually fade those labels. Students then place the fraction numbers and they estimate those placements on a number line. This unit also contains tool investigations. There are 2 investigations. In this investigation, students start out with a word problem. They read the problem, write the fraction number, place the numbers in the bin, and they compare them. By the third example in this tool investigation, students are encouraged to write their own word problem, write the 2 fractional values, and compare them. In this case, they're working with mixed numbers. Students also have experience working with a real-world investigation, something that's familiar to them. Mrs. Patterson has a challenge for her class, reading chapter books. She determines that students must read a certain amount to reach a goal in order to get a prize. In the very first problem in this 3-tiered real-world investigation, students are given the number of chapter books students read and are given the exact prize, how much they have to do in order to get the prize. In the second tier, students are encouraged to create their own prizes and determine if the students have reached that goal in order to receive the prize. And by the time they finish this unit, students are creating their own reading challenge for their own classroom, working with either improper fractions or mixed numbers.